VDL bring out the ban. Hammer to coloured ink tattoo sparked fury among Bloc receive hellish backlash. The European Union is poised to ban blue and green tattoos in a move that would hit already decimated businesses like a bomb, the industry fears. Brussels has introduced sweeping new restrictions on potentially harmful chemicals which could result in blue and green tattoos being banned. On Tuesday, the European Commission introduced new restrictions outlawing more than 4,000 previously unregulated substances inks. The chemicals are being policed under the EU's REACH chemical legislation due to fears they could cause cancer or other illnesses. In a statement, the EU said many of the chemicals found in tattoo inks were carcinogenic, mutagenic and reprotoxic substances. The Bloc argued that tough new regulations were needed because 12% of Europeans are now inked, according to its own figures. But tattoo artists have warned the introduction of these restrictions will hit the COVID-stricken industry like a bomb. Suppliers are scrambling to source alternative inks in the wake of the announcement. However, there are widespread concerns among tattoo artists and business owners that they may be forced to shut their parlours until suitable alternatives are found. There are currently no known alternatives for blue and green inks, sparking fears this new legislation could spell the end of tattoos using these colors. The European Commission says alternatives to the banned products do exist, but tattoo parlors say they're too slow to come from the manufacturers to their shops. Angelo Bedani of Brussels' Boucherie Moderne tattoo parlor said he had nothing to prepare with since the new inks had only become available a week ago. On top of that, a bottle costs double compared to the one we have today. Marjolaine Petty, who works at the family-run Duck Art Tattoo Studio in Mechelen, Belgium, said, "It's hitting like a bomb. Lots of people were aware that REACH was coming, but they didn't know that the impact on the tattoo industry was this big. Tattoo artists are worried about their future and the future of their businesses." She added that he has already had to turn customers away because of shortages caused by the restrictions. Advocates of the regulations argue that alternatives to the banned chemicals do exist and suppliers have until next year to source replacements for blue and green inks. However, suppliers say the products are already too slow getting from manufacturers to shops as the businesses wind down. The consultation period for the REACH chemical legislation began in 2016 and the official regulation was made public in December last year. The Commission's chief spokesman said, "This is not something which is either a surprise or a complete novelty. It is a sort of generalization of practice which is already existing in quite a few member states." However, Michael Dirks, one of the organizers of the Save the Pigments petition which has collected over 176,000 signatures, says the ban is not backed by science. The ban could also push desperate business owners to secure supplies illegally from foreign countries, according to another organizer of the campaign, Eric Maynard. He said, "They continue to obtain their tattooing products without any checks and without the possibility of tracing them." Meanwhile, there are also concerns the new rules could result in a bigger danger to public health if the industry is forced underground. Manufacturers are struggling to order alternatives and 3/4 of Belgian tattoo shops do not have a supply of ink that conforms with the new regulations, according to the nation's Union of Tattoo Artists. Ms. Petty said, "We already see lots of tattooists going to work behind closed doors and shutting their parlors. The fact that Europe is making tattooing a very hard business, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact they don't understand how the industry works. It's like a Pandora's box opening now." Eric Maynard, another organizer of the petition, said such bans unduly hurt the industry since people will use illegal ways to get the products from third countries. They continue to obtain their tattooing products without any checks and without the possibility of tracing them, he said. Others say the small tattoo industry is easily targeted while the tobacco and alcohol industries still hold much more sway. Veltoon said it leaves him with awful choices when a customer will walk into his Amsterdam shop. "A rose with brown leaves is a lot less attractive than a rose with green leaves," he said to